Greetings, YouTube. This is your good friend Fragments of Memory, or the Armchair Philosopher, depending on whatever you want to call me in that respect. Um, I was thinking about the Lou Media's quote that he always uses at the end of his videos. Lou Media, Lou 28. He says, "You'll always lose money chasing women, but you'll never lose women chasing after money." And I really began to think about that. Why is that? Well, one, you keep spending on that woman, you're naturally going to lose your income because it seems women have insatiable desires, but not necessarily in a sexual sense. But I think Dave Chappelle, the comedian, pointed out women like comfortable surroundings. And I've noticed that when women talk, they always talk about men as objects of success, i.e., I want a doctor, I want a professional. No woman ever really talks about his personality or how good of a person he is. She always seems to talk about whether he's got a job, a house, and a car. I had a woman basically say to me how she met this guy she had liked and that they were hitting it off great. And she said he was a winner. And mind you, she didn't say he was a nice guy or he was good looking or he was an intelligent man. She just said he's a chemist and he's going to school to get his master's. He's got his bachelor's, now he's on his way to master's. So she's looking for a success track. In and of itself, I mean, obviously, you don't want a dude who's just going to sit on the couch all day and not do anything. But she didn't talk anything about his character, about his morals. All she talked about was he was a chemist and he had his degree in chemistry and now he was going to go get his master's. And that was what was important. Deep. I even knew of another lady just talking about, does he have a car? Does he have a house? Not a core, but a car. Does he have a house? Does he have any children? Is he married? Is he whatever the case might be? But generally speaking, it's always about his financial situation, his living situation, and his vehicular situation. It's never really about him as the individual, but about what his possessions are. Because women like comfortable surroundings. Chris Rock even talked about how women can't go back in lifestyle. You know, where if you get a guy with a car, you don't want to go hang with the guy who has to rely on the bus. And if you get a guy with his own place, you don't want a dude that lives at home with his mother. That's just how it goes. Now, I was just saying all this to say that I see where Lou Media is coming from. It's deep. I mean, and I think that women like the nice things, and nothing's wrong with liking nice things, but it seems that love of nice things is not tempered with, hey, there are other things than just financial security. And even financial security isn't really security because you can lose that money source at any moment. And for the longest, I always felt like men have been treated as a sperm bank and a money source to tap into when needed. Just as women talk of men who talk of men who only want women, look at women as sexual objects and trophy wives and that sort of thing. Women look at men as success objects. So I can say, I'm married to a doctor. I'm married to a lawyer. I'm married to an engineer. I'm married to the CEO of a company. Which is probably why I think in the black community, the drug dealer is the most popular man among women. The rapper, the basketball star, the football star. They're looking for a free ride, a meal ticket, so to speak. And I also think this is why a lot of black athletes get caught up in these sex scandals, like Kobe Bryant, like Mike Tyson, because these women that they went after were looking for a meal ticket, looking for a little payoff. So every time I hear that quote, I'm just like, wow, that's heavy. And I'm broke right now, so I'm thinking I'm not gonna get anywhere with any of the ladies anytime soon. And that's okay. It's totally okay. I think it's best to work on myself anyway than deal with someone else in my current state of mind. Um, but that's a quote that always comes to me, and I always enjoy the Lou Media's videos. And too often, he does seem to talk about the American woman disparagingly, and rightfully so. I mean, I've encountered this just being in a bus, being on the public transit system, or just being out and about, and you'll just see the conversations that are had by some women, and you'll just see the level of where that woman's head is at. And it's really sad, and especially in the black community. What else? And I've often just thought about that. Like, you lose the money chasing the women. So, of course, even when you spend, you're not even guaranteed the attention of that woman. But you don't ever lose women chasing money. There's always a woman looking for the payoff. No, I don't mind you. I didn't say that all women do this, but I think there are many women who are looking for the payoff. They're not looking for a good relation. They're looking to get paid. They're looking to fill their coffers. And I think it's truly sad. I mean, some of that is nature. Obviously, the woman's going to look for the provider because she's thinking, I need a better life for myself and also for the offspring that we may produce. So she's thinking ahead. And she's looking at the bigger picture a little bit. So I can somewhat see where that's coming from. But it seems in this day and age, regular folks, really regular guys like myself and others, really don't seem to have a chance with the ladies. So, based if we're only going to base it on finance. Well, I do thank you once again, Lou Media or Lou28 or whatever handle you're going by these days. I appreciate your vids and keep them coming. This video is kind of like a shout out and at the same time a sort of affirmation that hey, I'm listening. So take care. Armchair Philosopher over and out.